Hello students, in the previous video we have discussed parts of speech and noun. So today we'll discuss pronouns in this video. And what are the pronouns? Definition, types and examples, and why pronouns are important in English. We will go through it. So pronouns are essential in the way we communicate with one another. The importance of pronoun communication, however, it's crucial. So when we use pronouns as a way to identify or refer to someone, no text time before making an assumption about someone's pronouns. So let us look at about the pronouns in this video. Now, a pronoun is a word that is commonly used as a substitute for a noun. A pronoun refers to a noun that has already been used in the writing. Without pronouns, our sentence would be confusing, wordy and redundant. So dear students, pronouns are the words in a simple way that replaces nouns. So look at some of the pronouns here. I, me, she, we, they, who, that, yours, his, her, it, etc. So you can also look at the pictures and examples. Now we'll go to the next one. So here we'll have the definition of the pronoun. A pronoun is a word which is used in a place of a noun or of noun phrase. Then a pronouns used for persons of the three kinds. They are pronouns used as the subject of the sentences, then pronouns used as the object of the sentences, and possessive pronouns. So pronouns are used for three kinds, that is as a subject, object and possessive. Then if you look at this, you will understand in a clear way. So you can look at here. So how pronouns can be used as a subject, object and possessive. Now in the place of subject, pronoun I, it becomes me in the place of object, and it turns as a mine in the place of a possessive. Then if you look at you as a subject, pronoun you in the form of in the place of object, yours in the place of a possessive. So he, the pronoun he in the place of subject, and him in object, and his is in possessive. So she becomes her in the object, and in possessive hers. It in the subject, and it in the form of object, and its is a possessive. Now we as a subject of the sentences, and us as an object of the sentences, and in possessive pronouns our. They in the subject position, them in the subject place, and theirs in the possessive. So if we look at the types of the pronouns, so universally there are many types of pronouns we come across, but universally accepted pronouns are 8. So we'll look at them. The first one is personal pronouns, reflexive pronouns, possessive pronouns, next demonstrative pronouns, then indefinite pronouns, next interrogative pronouns, relative pronouns and distributive pronouns. So these are the types of the pronoun. Now we'll go in detail each of the type of pronoun now. Look at the personal pronouns. So personal pronouns are the words like I, we, you, he, she, it, me, him, her, they and them. So these are the pronouns are called as personal pronouns. Now, so they refer to the three persons like we have discussed in the previous slide, like first person, second person, third person. So earlier we have discussed in the form of subject, object and possessive. Now here also look at it. So this chart will help us to understand how personal pronouns can be used. So here, as we discuss the personal pronouns, they are referred to the three persons, that is first person, second person and third person. In third person, masculine gender and feminine gender and neutral also. Now look at the first person. So in first person we'll see subjective position, objective position and possessive. Within this again we'll have singular and the plural. Now in the subjective, so the personal pronoun for first person is I, plural is we. In the position of the objective, singular is me, plural is us. In possessive, singular is my or mine, so plural form is ours, ours. So in the second person, the subjective is you and in plural form is also you. In the position of objective, singular is you, a plural is also you. In possessive, the pronouns your, yours, plural form your, yours. There is no change. So but it is very interesting in the third person, masculine or feminine and neutral. So there are some changes. Now look at, in the place of subjective, he, in the plural form they. In objective, him, in plural form them. In possessive, is, in plural form their and theirs. So third person feminine gender will use subjective she, so plural is they. In objective, her and plural is them. In possessive place, so singular is her, hers and plural their, theirs. So finally in third person neutral gender, so subjective is it and plural is they. Objective is it and plural is them. And possessive it, its and in plural form their and theirs. But here we need to look at one important thing, that is when we use more than one pronoun, so we must use the rule or the structure, that is first we have to use second person first, then a third person next and last the first person. Look at the example, the structure, the rule how we have to use, right? So if you look at the example, you, she and I. So this is a rule we have to use when we use more than one pronoun. Next we'll go to the next type, that is reflexive pronouns. So reflexive pronouns are the pronouns are used when the subject and object of a verb both refers to the same person or animal or things or a place. So in this context we also reflexive pronouns, they used to emphasize a subject they represent. Look at here. So when we use self, self, self is added to my, him and her. For these pronouns we use self. Selves are added to our, your and them. So look at more examples like, so he himself admitted it. So here himself is a reflexive pronoun. Next example, I myself help you to achieve your goal. I is a pronoun and myself, it reflects the subject or the first noun. Now look at the next example, you must know yourself. So you is as a pronoun and yourself is a reflexive pronoun. So this is a way we use reflexive pronouns in the sentences to emphasize the subject which they represent. Look at one more example. One must love one's country. So here one and one's is. So they enjoyed themselves while playing. They, it becomes themselves. Now we'll go to the next one. Now next slide. Next type of the pronouns is possessive pronouns. Look at the definition. So possessive pronouns are used to indicate the meaning or position or belonging. In this way, in possessive pronouns, they are mine, ours, yours, his, her and theirs. So here the examples are, this is Roy's car, and so here Roy's is a possessive pronoun. This indicates, right? In possessive pronouns we use apostrophe that shows the possessiveness. So this is a possessive pronoun and that indicates Roy's car, and that's yours. It's mine. So it's is a possessive pronoun. These books are yours. So this is very much important to remember in possessive pronouns. So generally we make mistakes when we use possessive pronouns in our language. So dear all, so here we have to remember one thing, that is, so possession can be indicated by placing an apostrophe like Raju's, that's, its. So this we have to remember. We'll go to the next type. Demonstrative pronouns. So demonstrative pronouns are used to point something specific within a sentence. Now, so these pronouns can indicate items in a space or time. Look at the demonstrative pronouns. They are this, that, these, those, they, etc. So look at the examples. This is our college. So here this demonstrates the college. So this is a demonstrative pronoun. Next example. These are his cards. Again, these demonstrates his card. So this is a demonstrative pronouns. That is Mohan's mobile. They are your friends. Those days are unforgettable. So this is about demonstrative pronouns. Now we'll look at the next type of pronouns, that is indefinite pronouns. Look at the definition. Indefinite pronouns are used in the place of nouns when we do not or do not want to specify the identity and number of person or thing we referring. So we don't want to emphasize or we don't want to mention or specify the person or the thing we are referring in the sentence. So look at what are the indefinite pronouns. They are another, someone, somebody, something, everybody, everything, anyone, anybody, anything, nobody, nothing, etc. Look at the examples. Everybody says that Raju is great. So everybody says that Raju is great. So here who is saying we don't want to specify or we don't want to show that. In this case we use indefinite pronouns. Next example. Somebody should help him to come out from this problem. So who will come and help him? Somebody. Who is that? We do not know. Next. He writes stories. Some are very interesting. Okay. So some is indefinite. We are not mentioning what kind of stories. Nothing is impossible. Generally we come across this in our day-to-day conversations. So anybody can do it. So these are all familiar sentences. Look at the next type of pronouns, that is interrogative pronouns. We use interrogative pronouns to question, to refer to people or the things. So interrogative pronouns are used in questions to refer people or the things. Now, so they are who, whom, whose, which, what, etc. So these are the interrogative pronouns. Look at even who, whom and whose are used to refer people, and which is used for both people and things. This a note we need to keep in our mind when we use interrogative pronouns. What is used only to refer things? Now look at the examples. Who is your best friend? So here we are asking, interrogating. So who is interrogative pronoun. What do you want? Now this is also a question, here question mark is missing. So in every sentence we need to keep a question mark here. Then which is your favorite game? So here also question mark is missing. Then the next sentence is, so these are the examples for the interrogative pronouns. Look at the next type of pronouns, that is relative pronouns. So a relative pronoun is one which is used to refer to nouns mentioned previously. Relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which and that. So these are the relative pronouns. So examples, my brother lives in Hyderabad, which is the capital of Telangana state. So here we want to show the relation between the place where he is living and who is he. So my brother, and he lives in Hyderabad. So which? So this is this provides the relation between the first sentence and the next one. Now this is the doctor who is famous for typhoid. So this is also who is shows the relation between the doctor and what he is treating. Now have you seen Raju, whom our principal is asking? So here whom is a relative pronoun. Look at the next one, that is activity. So dear students or viewers, so when you read after listening to this, we need to do an activity that will help us to remember long duration of what we have heard about the types of the pronoun. Now look at the activity. So if possible, read a story and identify the pronouns. After identifying, you categorize them according to the type of pronoun, like are they come under proper personal pronoun, interrogative pronoun, reflexive pronouns, right? Then what kind of pronouns, possessive pronouns, in what kind of category they come across. So if you do it, you can learn and you can remember forever. So thank you and subscribe for more information.